My name is Kristin. I am a middle school language arts teacher.
I'm Joe, I'm a K-5 technology teacher, and we just wrote this new book, The Interactive Class, Creation in a World of AI.
So I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher, and so in our first book, we talk a lot about how we both came to education from completely different avenues, and how for me, it was something that I always knew I wanted to do, and for you, it was something that you came to a little bit later. But I think for both of us, having our kids start school was a big change in how we approached our classrooms, and gave us a little bit more boldness in the things that we wanted to try and the chances that we wanted to take.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for us, especially, we try to make learning memorable for kids. And so whether that's a unique experience, whether it's just something simple as you looking different when you come, maybe you're wearing a hat to class, something that's going to make a memory for that day is something we value very strongly. Creation over consumption. I win.
I was going to say back to the basics.
Oh, I like that.
I think it kind of does both. It aligns with trends and its challenges, because in a world of AI, that's our trend, right? That's something that's coming out. That's something that teachers want to learn about, whether they're coming at it from a more fearful perspective or they're coming out like, guns blazing, ready to try it. But at the same time, it's a challenge because there are some really good things you do in the classroom as a teacher that don't need AI necessarily, or that have been done before in different ways. And so our book is really like a blend of both of those, of saying like, you can use technology, you can use AI, you can use creative design, and you can still value the things that we've always valued in our classroom. You don't have to have like one or the other. We can live in a world of and you can have both.
What do you think?
I think one strategy that I would take away from the book is there's a whole chapter on assessment. And I think in the digital world, sometimes it's really hard to assess creativity because it's so abstract and there's so many different ways. And so it talks a lot about how we can still assess our kids, the types of assessments, and how they might look a little bit different, and walks teachers through that idea of not being fearful of that different assessment, but how we can incorporate these new technologies and things, whether it's creating assessments, whether it's helping us create parameters on how to grade things that are more creative and giving benchmarks, things like that.
I think for me, it would probably be the understanding that these are assessment pieces in and of themselves. Mm-hmm. So when a student's creating something, whether it's a book creator book, whether it's something that they've done on Canva, any of these other platforms, you can look at that and take that as an assessment piece. It's like when a toddler draws a picture of something and you don't know what it is, but they can tell you a 5-minute story in every detail, right? We may not see it at first, but when students then have to explain it back, there's so much more of an understanding that we can get from that. And so creation is really important to have within the classroom.
There's a lot of places you can connect with us over the summer. One would be ISTE. We will be there in person. We are super grateful to be giving back. I don't know how many times we've been. It's a wonderful place to connect with us. I was also going to say social media is a great place to kind of follow the things that we announce and the places we're going to be, the projects we're working on. So we're at the Merrills EDU on all platforms.